Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Do you drink this every day?
Every morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Good morning, wall. Morning, ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
You're listening to the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU FM, that is correct. You're listening to the Morning App. I'm just really restating the intro at this point. My name is Peter.
Hi, I'm Mary.
Ben is out sick and Pruett is MIA. So, it's the two of us taking on this show. But, Mary, you were gone this week. So,
I was gone?
Well, last week.
Yeah.
Where were you? What were you doing
I was traveling. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't traveling. I was out in the mountains because my cousin's family rented a tiny house, and they invited me to stay with them for a couple of days.
Like a tiny house?
Tiny house.
Oh, my God.
One bed, a pull-out couch. It had a microwave and, like, a sink and a small bathroom. It was so cute.
I find out there's, like, a lot of houses that are really small and usually have super high ceilings, like in the mountains. Was that yours, or was it like really just like it kind of was a bit cramped?
It was a little bit cramped, yeah.
The one of our coworkers, Miss Elena, I won't put her fully on blast of where she lives, but I've been to her house a few times, and dude, her house is so weird because it's like a living room. It's like this huge living room kitchen setup, like just huge. It's very, very big, and it's like its ceiling goes all the way up to the second floor, but the second floor is literally just one flight of stairs that goes up to the bedroom, period.
Oh, dang.
And then the bottom floor, like underneath, the on the first floor, the other bedroom is directly underneath the first, and then the bathroom, I think they share a bathroom, I think. Yeah, it's quite tall but very small.
They wanted to emphasize that one space.
Well, it's not uncommon. Like, you go into the Blowing Rock cabins, a lot of them are like that too. Like, just very high ceilings, but like absolutely no room for anything.
I feel like that could be kind of cozy though.
I think it is. I don't disagree. It's just it was a very unique house shape. Unique house shape. I just had to emphasize. As for me, personally, what I did last week, this weekend was uneventful. I played a lot of Overwatch. That's a video game.
Ooh.
Overwatch, for those of you who don't know, it's a first-person shooter. I'm not good at first-person shooters because I have a lacking in something that what the French call aim. I don't have good aim.
I have horrible hand-eye coordination.
Well, yeah, but you don't play any FPSs at least?
No.
Yeah. I only play the one, and that's Overwatch. It's because they have characters you can play that don't need to aim.
I like those characters.
Yeah,
They're very cool.
for real. I like them because for the most part they still like require like game sense. So like, you have to understand like positioning and like teamwork, strategy, sure. Live in the moment. Also, live in the moment is... Hold on. Oh, why are you making all these clattering noises? Wait, wrong mic. Ooh. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
You're wearing your suspenders around your neck.
Yeah, I didn't have time to put them on.
You're also wearing all red. What is this?
This is me engaging in my favorite hobby, being late to the morning app.
That is not what I asked. Why are you all red?
Because I did laundry last night, and I was just like, what if we're all red today? So, no particular reason.
He's a fashion icon, everyone.
Yeah, fortunately, there are no
You missed Mary
fools around.
You missed Mary and I talking about houses.
Oh,
We have
I was
houses.
listening on air on the way over here, which I like to do to give myself, a little bit of knowledge.
To feel included but not included.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, did you do anything fun for the weekend?
I went home to work with my dad, which is something that I do from time to time. I'm from Asheville, so it's not a crazy drive, but my dad really emphasizes, the value of manual labor.
Ew.
Oh, dang.
We live in kind of like a wooded area, so I grew up doing a lot of chopping wood and
Ew.
mowing lawns and constructing fences and stuff like that. So,
What did you do? Construct a fence this weekend?
So I thought that I was going to have to come home and chop wood, but we went out to my dad's best friend, who also happens to be my dentist, his like lake property that he has out in Old Fort, and I built an outdoor toilet with his son, who's like freshman college aged. So
Why?
That's interesting.
why? Because they have like a platform out there you can camp on, and instead of just using the wild outdoors, it's like, what if you had
you built
a mode?
an outhouse.
Yes.
Was there a house to it?
No.
So it's not an outhouse.
No, it's just the out.
You dug a you dug a hole.
I did dig a hole, yeah.
You dug. I mean, I don't know what else. What else is there to it? You dug a hole and you put
Right.
wood around it.
And we
Explain to me.
We have like a seat too, Like
Oh,
it's a full deal. I have photographs of the actual
He's
thing.
like, I have
This is an
photographs of it in use.
audio visual.
Ew.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, he said he's like, I actually took a recording to make sure that the oot works.
Right, here's our
I love saying outhouse.
outhouse.
Oh wow, in use. Wow.
Yeah, not actually in use, but
Why you gotta say that?
for our Facebook live streamers, I don't know if we actually have any.
I remember when I was little, anytime I saw an outhouse, I would like stick my flashlight in it and see all the maggots down
Ew.
Gross.
I don't want to be reminded of that. Me doing my very
Ours won't have any maggots. So.
my very cheeky ew.
there. Ew.
You know what it might have though? You know what type of bug it might,
Oh, you know what?
might be in our house?
Dragonfly.
It really do be having. You're going outside, you
Might
know,
have a
Dragonfly.
A
everywhere.
dragonfly. Oh no.
Everywhere, dude. I come from New Yorkers, and New Yorkers, we don't do outdoor things. My dad does not know how to swim. Even I'm not putting him on
Oh,
blast.
wow.
In fact, I probably shouldn't even say that. My dad hates when people know that, but he doesn't know how to swim.
So your dad, I'm a swim instructor. You can come to the.
He doesn't
My dad is the
care.
opposite, but he almost drowned once.
Wow.
Mine are
There's a story there.
well, I mean, in New York, there's not really like swimming areas. There's like swimming pools, but like I don't know, kids be out or down here like I'm swimming in
Yeah.
Lake Wiley or whatever. But why I bring that up is just like I am not crafty or handy whatsoever because I come from two New Yorkers, and two New Yorkers are like, okay, if we don't know how to do something, we call someone.
Yeah.
You know, like. I'm not gonna pretend I know how to wire my house, so I'm gonna hire an electrician. That's not to say that's a bad idea. I'm not like criticizing it. It's just I'm not gonna pretend like I know how to build an outhouse.
Yeah, the work you do with like next gen, our radio station software, is so valuable.
And it's broken again.
Nice.
You listening to the radio won't notice it, but because I did some manual fixes, but it is broken again.
What is working about it? I have a DJ shift today.
Nothing that you have to worry about.
Okay.
So,
You guys can catch me on air a couple hours after the morning app.
yeah, that's. Sometimes just when you work two jobs, like they start to really like overlap, and I'm starting to feel all that hot pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I could only imagine. Nope, I could not deal with that.
Oh, speaking of two jobs, guys, sorry, I just remembered. I put in my 2 weeks notice at Harris Teeter.
Oh wow.
Yesterday.
Is there a reason?
Yeah.
There was a reason. Number one, I don't have any shows for the next 2 weeks. So my mom is getting married this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
You going to a
Laura
wedding?
and Jeff. I'm going to a
I
wedding.
like weddings.
And then next weekend, I'm taking a trip with my girlfriend, which is not an elopement, unfortunately. So the wedding theme ends there. But yeah, I was like, this seems like as good a time as any to end my brief but
Your brief
valorous
adventure
Harris Teeter
into
career.
Harris, yeah.
But I got a job as a tour guide on Appalachian State campus,
Oh my gosh.
which I am so excited for.
You have the energy of one for
Thank
sure.
you. It's something that I have been like, I think I should do this, as a career for my entire life. And
Wow,
here we
really?
are, guys. It's the realization of
A
dreams
tour guide.
on the morning app.
I follow a guy on YouTube who does tour guides of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I always love watching his content. So he'll be like, he is a real tour guide, and people pay him to do tours. And then he's like, I'm giving you the abridged version on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, that's really cool. And you walk around and see Red Hook that's in Brooklyn and
Cool.
stuff like that. So, but that's my experiences with tour guides. I feel like I could be a good one, but not one that the university would pay for.
Yeah.
I give you all the gossip, about all the stuff that the university doesn't want to know.
Right.
I'm like, so this is
Give a little too much information.
I was like, so over there is where, like, you know, such and such and such and such happens. And I was like, and like, if you go in this dorm, it's in walking distance from this fraternity. So if you want to go to a party, like, stay at this dorm, like stuff like that. None of the stuff that they want me to tell you. You're gonna be like, the Disco Daughtry building. It was founded in 18 whatever.
I don't know. I have some like kind of eclectic thoughts about some of the things around campus. Like, you guys know the big metal statue that's on Sanford Mall, and it
Aspire?
Aspire,
That's what it's called,
is
yeah.
the name of the statue. I don't.
Oh,
Sorry.
now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I call it the dew, and I can't stand the dew. And the reason I call it the dew is because it looks like these like abstract blades of grass with like a bead of dew.
It kind of
stuck in
does,
the
yeah.
middle.
My hair.
And I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand why it's on Sanford Mall, where all of our students are. And I wish it was a statue of Yosef or something somehow Appalachian State related. Rather than Aspire. All due respect to the artists behind Aspire, but I'm not crazy about it, and so I'm just excited to share that personal prejudice with incoming students, because I want a rallying force to take her down.
I'm happy we don't have a big hairy dude looking over us.
That'd be awesome. I feel comforted. Yeah.
There is a statue out by Newland, like the Newland dorm,
Yeah.
that looks kind of like the COVID virus.
Oh, I know the
Yeah.
one. That's part of the one that they rotate those out every year. They
Really?
yeah. There's
Oh,
a lot of art on campus, especially on West Side. I don't even remember on West Side that they rotate out every year. There's like one by the music building that's also there. There's one or two by Walker, our place of residence, and. Though we could bore you with talking all about physical art for the rest of the show, after this break, we're going to catch up on what's going on in the world. And spoilers alert, that is not the way to word it. We're going to be talking about the Grammys. We'll be right back.
The morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Blanks from University Communications here in the Beaver College of Health Sciences. It's the 10-year anniversary of the Beaver College, and we're going to interview some nursing students. Come along with me. Guess how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is?
I don't know.
No idea?
Nope.
Care to wager a guess?
5 years.
No, you're almost there. We'll keep going around until we find somebody maybe who knows. So, how do you like the Beaver College of Health Sciences thus far?
I love it. It's been a really fun time making relationships with all my classmates, and the faculty are very great. They're very caring, and it's not something I expected. I didn't expect them to care as much about me as they do, and so it's been really nice in this hard time going through nursing school.
Why did you want to be a nurse?
Well, when I was little, I had cancer, so just seeing like how the nurses helped my mom and like how she still really like thinks about the nurses and how much they did for her, I wanted to do that for other people.
What would this be called? This thing, like if you were going to look on Amazon, it must have a name, right?
It's called Seymour Butts.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
It totally is Seymour. So what do you like about the Beaver College of Health Sciences? Can you share with me something that you enjoy about
Yeah,
it?
I mean, what do you not like about it? It's honestly beautiful. We have everything available to us. Like as nursing students, I feel like I have like the most opportunities I would ever need. Just having like labs like this to kind of simulate like a real patient experience, that's definitely a highlight for me. It's just been a blessing to be able to go here.
Do you feel like you're doing good?
Of course.
I love your confidence. Is he going to be all right? Of course.
He'll be just fine.
He's good. Did you know how old the Beaver College of Health Sciences is? Can you guess?
10 years?
Oh my gosh, you got it! Yes, congratulations!
Thank you.
Wow, we have this arm for you. I brought nothing for you, but yeah, how about a hand? Yeah, give her a hand. So I understand that you received a scholarship, is that correct?
Yes, I am part of the Beaver Scholars here, and with that, hopefully I am able to get into the nursing program.
What made you want to be a nurse?
Well, it all started with just experiences back at home with having not having accessible health care for my parents and the majority of the people who live in my town. I always saw the struggle there of people trying to find ways of getting health care and being able to afford it as well.
It seems like the scholarship has made a big impact in your life.
Oh, of course, yes. It's helped my family. Part of my graduating class, maybe 20, 30 students made it out to college. So that's something big and like something I'm proud of.
Did y'all know that the Beaver College of Health Sciences is having an anniversary, like right now?
Oh, it's 10 years, right?
How many? Yeah,
10.
10. She got it. Yeah. Good job. You knew. Yeah, 10 years. Thank you for your support of the Beaver College of Health Sciences and its students. Happy 10th anniversary to the Beaver College. Your support of these students is clearly having an impact on their lives now and will for years to come. Thanks so much and have a great one.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. You are listening to The Morning App. Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's Monday. I'm Peter.
Good morning, Morning App listeners. I'm Pruett.
Good morning. I'm Mary.
And man, oh man, it's award ceremony season. You know, we had the Oscars. You know,
we did have the Oscars.
Mm-hmm. And then last night was the Grammys.
Wait, there are other award ceremonies other than the Oscars?
I don't know. Apparently.
Did you know that?
It sounds like you didn't watch them. You didn't watch the Grammys.
Didn't watch the Grammys, but I'm excited to hear about how the same 4 artists that win every year.
That's not true. That is not true.
Phoebe Bridgers was robbed last year, and I am boycotting the Grammys ever since.
Phoebe Bridgers. There's this circle of like emo, not emo, but like if these people who listen to these artists flash back 10 years ago, they would be considered emo, if that makes sense. They'd be listening. It's the Phoebe Bridgers. It's the Lana Del Rons. It's the
Julian Baker's. It's the Lucy Dacus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Declan McKenna. A lot of people listen to Declan McKenna, and an old school Marina and the Diamonds.
Yes.
Who's my girl. I was thinking about her today.
That's the only name I recognize that you listed off.
Phoebe?
You know Phoebe Bridgers?
No?
Really?
If you tell me what she's done, maybe.
I get emotional motion sickness. Somebody roll the windows down. Okay, I guess you know.
That was entertaining, but no.
It sounds like you also did not watch the Grammys.
No, I never do.
And did I? I'll leave that up for the listeners to guess.
Up for interpretation.
I did keep up with like who won and stuff. Some of the big ones were Silk Sonic, who is
Silk Sonic.
That is the combination, like the collaborative project between Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars.
You know, that sounds like a secret advertisement for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which comes out this month.
It does. It comes out. Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't it come out like the 8th?
It premieres next Friday on the 8th.
Where's that nomination for the Grammys?
Was there an original song in Sonic you wanted to hear?
I don't know.
Appreciate
Rolling
it.
around at the speed of... Where's the Grammy for that? They won Record of the Year, Silk Sonic. And Best New Artist was Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, shocker.
Madam Sour.
Yeah. Congrats to her.
Like one song by her.
I like a couple of songs by her.
Not one that won, but...
Yeah. Which song won?
She won... Hold up. She won Best... new artist as Olivia Rodrigo, and then best pop solo performance was Driver's License.
Okay.
And then she also won. She won 3 Grammys. She also won best pop vocal album.
Wow.
For Sour.
Sour, yeah.
Cool. No, I like Good For You, even though it's a plagiarism of
Good For You.
Misery Business by Paramore.
I wouldn't say it's plagiarism.
Heavily inspired by, to the point where...
I remember listening to it and I'm like, this kind of sounds like Paramore. But I remember saying, like, it's not Paramore.
Paramore has songwriting credits on Good For You.
Now it does, yeah.
Yeah, which is hilarious. But Good For You is a banger, and I love that song. Trader's pretty good. I like Driver's
I'll
License.
have to listen to it then.
I know. It's a
Brutal is, I would say is the best song on that. It's actually really good. We played it on the you used to have it in rotation on the WASU. I highly suggest, even if you don't like Olivia Rodrigo's music, because to be honest, I didn't like Sour. Brutal's great. That song is amazing.
Good For You is also just really fun to get into. Yes.
Yeah. It's like super basic and poppy, but like not in a bad way.
Are you calling Paramore's music basic?
No, because it's not Paramore, because it's not as good as Paramore.
Get a very serious look on your face.
You will never catch me slipping on any sort of blasphemy towards Paramore. Are you kidding me?
Congratulations to Olivia Rodrigo.
And the one who, I forgot how many he won. I believe he was nominated for 11, won 8? He won 5. He was nominated for 11, he won 5, was John Baptiste, who, I'd never heard of him before. He won Album of the Year for his album We Are. Really? But what I know him from, which I didn't know I knew him from until now, was he was one of the leads in the score for the movie Soul, which he also won an award for.
Oh, wait, I remember him at the 2020 Oscars. Yeah, good stuff. Okay. Let me pull
Song of the Year was Leave the Door Open, which was also through Silk Sonic.
Jean Baptiste, yeah.
When I look through the nominations, I always go like, yeah, this is why I don't support the Grammys.
I'll give his stuff a listen. Is he?
It's also just John Baptiste. No, he's like a pianist. He's a pianist and a music writer as well. And also, like, a big one was that Foo Fighters won a bunch of awards. I think probably partially influenced by the unfortunate passing of their drummer, which Billie Eilish did like a performance and like, I don't know, she wore a T-shirt with his face on it, and they were like, she did a whole memorial for him, and I'm like, I don't know if that even counts as a tribute. Yeah. It's like more like a call out, because I don't think she did any Foo Fighters songs.
Oh, she just performed.
She might have, and she might have. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
But I feel like I would have saw someone saying like her performing Foo Fighters songs.
Did you guys see Studio 666?
I did not.
It was a Foo Fighters movie that came out this year. So just very like Foo Fighters year, like highs and very, very lows, unfortunately. But any other news from the Grammys?
I was looking. There was some interesting stuff. Foo Fighters getting Best Rock Performance with Make It Fire. That song's really good. And Best Rock Song with Waiting on a War. I don't know what the difference is between a rock performance and a rock song.
I think it's like live. Like live music versus.
It says recordings.
Oh, weird.
Huh.
It is awarded for quality vocal or instrumental rock recordings, and then rock song is just what is the difference?
I don't know. I feel like there's a million categories at the Grammys that I never understand.
There's so many. They have they still run some for like reggae and like classical, not I mean, I appreciate.
Ooh, who won folk album?
That one was actually interesting. I actually did see that one. I'm so sorry that I'm not as prepared as I wanted to be, but I didn't think we'd be talking about the folk one. It's now American Roots, and it was John Baptiste.
No way.
He won Best American Roots Performance for the song Cry and Roots Song for the song Cry.
No way.
Yes, good for him. Good for you. No, but I won't like roast on the Grammys too much, but I'm just not a huge fan of the Grammys because the Oscars is a little different because there's not as many movies made per year. Even like small, like barely studio films, like
there's probably 400 made every year, which isn't crazy.
And how many songs are made every year?
Yeah. Thousands.
It's just really, and that's why I appreciate having like smaller music award ceremonies just existing in general. One that was really interesting was Jack Antonoff won Best Producer because people don't know Jack Antonoff is responsible for like
Bleachers.
Well, he's Bleachers, but he's responsible for Taylor Swift's latest music.
Oh wow.
He won for Daddy's Home by St. Vincent, which I bought on impulse. It's still in its shrink wrap. I've never listened to it. I bought on impulse at the record store, and it won Best Alternative Album, so I might listen to it. He did a lot of Lord's new music.
Sarah Bareilles is he's responsible for a lot of hers as well.
Oh, I used to listen to her.
I love Sarah Bareilles.
How long ago was that?
What's up?
Like new music or like kind of like really? I didn't know she was still making music.
Really?
Sorry, Sarah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta get back into listening to her
She's
music.
great. I mean, she did Waitress, which was a
yeah.
Broadway show, but her most recent album is called Amidst the Chaos. Came out in 2018. It's really, really, really good. I highly recommend. Some Amidst the Chaos.
I listen to like her old school like piano music.
Yeah.
Manhattan. That song is so sad.
She still crushes some piano.
I might listen to that.
Yeah.
I have a lot of music I have to go listen to. And then he also, Jack Antonoff, he did Taylor Swift. He did one more. He did Florence and the Machine's latest single that just came out, My Love. I don't know if
It's
did.
okay.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I love Florence and the Machine. I didn't hate it. Her first single, King, is way better. It sounds like it's not bad. I love old school. This is not a music review show. I could go on, but like it's super niche at this point. But yeah, the Grammys were like a thing. Lil Nas X had a really cool outfit on. There wasn't like a lot of fashion moments.
Yeah.
He had like this super cool though like white suit that was like it was all white but it was heavily detailed and it had like this nice bell-bottom flare to it.
That's interesting.
Or it was just a flare, not bell-bottoms. It was just a flare, and it was these really cool matching shoes. It was oh my gosh, oh I'm so sorry. The designer.
Remember the designer name?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember.
LL Bean.
No, it was REI.
Congratulations to REI representing.
Balmain, I think it was. Was it Balmain?
It was the costume team behind Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Another deep ploy to advertise that movie. The Grammys are soulless.
Well, whatever. For those of you who want to see the thing, also has butterflies on it. It's really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wait,
got a picture
I could probably get
pulled
a
up on
better
my
picture, yeah, because that's from the side.
It's kind of like
Here's one from,
pajamas.
like, kind of the back.
Yeah. That was the first one I showed.
Oh man, that's sick.
I think it's Balmain. I'm so sorry if I did not. Oh wait. Yes.
It sort of looks like a knight's like Under Armour, you know, like the,
It kind of
stuff
does.
he
It's
wears
a little
before
puffy.
He puts the where he puts the like.
I like the detail.
The butterflies are dope. Anyways, yeah, that was the only thing I saw that was cool fashion. And Olivia Rodrigo sort of wore like they said it was like a gothic inspired black dress. I
want to see it.
You can check it out during the break. We do have things to talk about that have happened in the world, so we'll be right back, and you'll actually hear more Twitter updates.
Yes.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU.
I like hearing that last little bit.
I did too. Peter cut off our intro early, and I was just recreating it for our audiences at home.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
I'm not finished.
90.5 WASU, you're listening to the morning app. I was interrupted. I don't care. You're listening with me, Peter. Hi.
Me, Pruett.
And me, Mary.
Well, we already actually kind of mentioned it in the show, but it's of relevance.
Wow. Twitter update.
A tweeter update. So, Sonic the Hedgehog's second movie comes out on Friday, the 8th.
Yes,
who plays Dr. Eggman?
Dr. Eggman is played by Jim Carrey.
Did you hear what Jim Carrey recently said?
Did he say something controversial?
No.
Okay, don't say it like that. That's
Jim Carrey is not. He's not. I don't know. Maybe he's probably. Maybe he is. With the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, he's fairly certain he's like retiring from acting.
No way.
Oh wow, what?
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
That's gonna be like his last shebang?
That's what I thought. I was like, well, he might have another project. I don't know, but
Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
3, yeah. Who knows after the success?
Yeah.
That was like pretty big news, and I didn't really see it like getting shopped around because it's not necessarily a committal. Like but he was saying like I'm fairly certain, I'm pretty sure like I will be retiring. He is like 60 and
60?
super rich, so
yeah. I mean, Jim Carrey's created a pretty extensive body of work, and I feel like most of his stuff that we know and appreciate was like 90s to
like the Mask.
mid-aughts, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so,
that's kind of sad because like I grew up watching Jim Carrey as like he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how many Oscars does he have? Because speaking of awards,
Does he?
I think he has one.
What did he win for?
Oh my gosh, no! Does he not have an Oscar? That's crazy.
I feel like he deserves one.
I guess not. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't. But
the Academy doesn't really recognize comedic performances.
I know,
and
but
he has like the Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine, and those are kind of his only really serious. Time-honored roles anyway. Maybe he's done other serious work, but
that was off. Whatever. Yeah, I didn't mean to make it. How many Oscars does this person have? But like you know, especially this one, with this one next to me, I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, let's talk about Jim Carrey's Oscar career. Anyway,
are you seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
I am on Saturday.
Mary will be there.
Yes.
Almost opening day.
Yeah.
Almost opening.
My mom is getting married. So
okay,
which I know I've mentioned, but
which is more important?
So if I'm like Laura, I'm sorry, like
you gotta put off Sonic.
Love you.
There's only one Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm excited for you, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 comes out on Friday, so wedding's gonna have to wait.
You're like, I have to. Oh, I gotta pop out real quick for like 2 hours. Like
I'll be right back.
You come back with a bucket of popcorn.
I will probably
3D glasses on.
It. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I was pleasantly surprised by the first one. I thought it was actually a lot of fun.
Upon rewatch, I've discovered my friend described it as an Olive Garden ad.
This is the Sonic
because
Hedgehog.
like, do you remember in the beginning when they like really weirdly described like how awesome Olive Garden is?
Dude, and Zillow, yeah, the product placement in that movie is shameless. It's hilarious.
It's really funny.
It's so funny. They're like, let's look for an apartment on Zillow. Zillow is a great place to find apartments online.
Oh my god, it's like, okay, so whenever I think of shameless product placement, I think the most egregious example is in rest in peace to Neil Patrick Harris's blemished career from this was when he did the Smurfs movie.
Oh yeah.
And there's like this whole like 2-minute segment of them playing like Guitar Hero, and I'm like,
that was
okay, you want me to buy Guitar Hero? I get it. Like yeah. That's whatever I think of. But Sonic the Hedgehog is no stranger to product placement, so.
No, it's not. I'm curious what we'll see in the second one.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Oh.
I don't know.
I've been drinking Coca-Cola Starlight.
Yo, I already talked about that on the morning app a few days ago.
I've been trying to limit like my like soda experience because I've been like off caffeine for 2 weeks because caffeine makes me so crazy. Not actually, but it does trigger anxiety for me. So I've been like, maybe I should cut back on this. So I've been every Harris Teeter shift I have, when I go on break, I like get my 2 slices of like pizza from the Harris Teeter Pizza Woman, and then I walk over to the cooler and I'm like holding my water bottle, and I'm like, I don't need to get a drink, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need to get a drink. But then I see the Coca-Cola Starlight, and I'm like, I really want to try that so bad. Just 'cause
It's a
it looks
limited
delicious.
time.
I know.
Anyways, this is off topic, but
Wow. Twitter update.
have you heard of the Orbeez challenge? Question mark.
Is it new?
Are
or is
Orbeez
it
still
like
around?
the old Orbeez challenge?
It's new. Ish. It's been happening for like a month.
I didn't know Orbeez were
It was.
still
It was.
made.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It's a TikTok trend.
Oh.
So Orbeez, for those of you who don't know, they were a toy maybe like 5 years ago is when I remember seeing commercials for them. Maybe even longer.
Yeah,
Oh my
we were
god.
all children.
Dude, time is not real. You're right. It's been like, because I was like in
It's been like a decade.
middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were doing commercials for it. It's like this toy or these pellets that you would put in water and they'd expand into like, I think like bouncy-ish.
They're like little.
They're like
They're like gel
rubbery
orbs.
jelly. Yeah, gel.
Okay, so what kids are doing, it's a TikTok trend, and it's not a good trend. This is not sponsored. This is not in support. They would freeze the Orbeez before they'd inflate, and they put them in. I don't know what sort of like. I think Orbeez had like little toy guns,
Okay.
and they'd shoot them at like people. And like
Frozen?
frozen, and it's basically like a BB gun.
Oh my god.
And so, and like they've like do like drive-bys, like kids were doing drive-bys of Orbeez. Dude, it is wild and
That's
out.
messed
There is
up.
Awful.
That's awful, yeah.
Hold on, I don't know where Fall River is. Where's Fall River?
I think it's in Ohio.
I think you might be right. Anyways, but in regard Fall River, pretend like you know where that is. A teenager was arrested over it.
As they should be.
It is crazy.
That's insane. Wow.
Yeah, and I don't
That's
understand.
not a trend. That's just like.
Yeah,
well, it
that's
was
just like-
because it was like this isn't the only case of it. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
a whole
like
thing.
rallying a militia. That's insane.
I was when I heard about this on Friday, I was like, oh man, it's in Massachusetts, by the way. I was like, oh, I have to talk about
That's
this.
basically Ohio.
Which children's toys are going to be weaponized next? Skip It? Does anyone remember Skip It?
No.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Skip It was literally the coolest thing ever. So Skip It was, it's like an outdoor toy, and it's like this weight or something, like this like. Imagine a ball, and it has a little lining around it so it can like roll, and then it's
Okay.
attached to a cord that then goes around your ankle.
Wait, no,
and
you have
yeah,
to-
you
oh
whip
my
it
gosh, those are
around
so
on one
fun.
leg and hopscotch over it with the other. I loved Skip
That'd be
It.
crazy. I feel like you'd have to get into like some pretty crazy martial arts to be able to use Skip It to do some damage, though. You know?
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
sweep the leg.
True.
Yeah, but have the ball
You can
attached.
attach like spikes to the ball.
Yeah, like a mace,
See?
ankle mace.
That'd be
pretty cool.
fun. I mean, it's not unheard of to see like little joke like animated shows or whatever do like kids show. I mean, Codename Kids Next Door was literally that show, but like kids things weaponized. I find that aesthetic very funny.
Yeah.
Honestly, Razor scooters have done enough ankle damage
my
to this generation.
God, wow.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about weapons?
They tell us in the name. You know, they tried to
Yeah.
warn us.
They
Yeah.
really did.
You don't know pain unless you've been hit in the ankle with a razor
No,
scooter.
you do not. You'd be like Sonic when he gets hit and he loses a bunch of rings.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what it feels like.
Why that reference? Are you just doing that to tick off your girlfriend more?
Yeah, I am. Love you, Emma.
She texted during the show break. She was like, "Stop talking about Sonic the Hedgehog," and apparently the reviews are in.
Sonic is love. Sonic is life.
I'm trying to think of like one good one. The Skip It might be a good one, but apparently y'all don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
what would be another really awesome children's toy?
Do you know the groan tubes?
What?
What are
Groan
those?
tubes, like you
Grum
flip,
tubes?
Groan tubes.
Oh.
You flip it over and it makes a weird noise.
Oh, I
And if you
vaguely.
shake it, it sounds really funny too.
I vaguely remember that. That's like something you get at like a weird tourist trap
Yes.
gift store.
But
yeah.
I feel like it would sound really funny if you just beat someone with it.
No, it's like when like you're going to war and someone like blows the horn.
Oh, it'd be horrifying.
tube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a groan tube, and that is what those are meant
We'll see
for.
one of the next like Batman, you know? Some grown tubes in Gotham.
Dude, speaking of Batman, I really want to go see it now. I actually, because
haven't seen it yet.
I never watch movies that.
Do a morning app trip. Batman.
But it's like literally 3 hours long.
It is.
And I actually know what happens already.
It's
I actually didn't know that when I went in. I came out. I looked over to my friend. I was like, I'm really hungry, and we just ate before we went in. And she was like, Yeah, that was a 3-hour movie. I was like, Okay.
Wow.
I didn't notice.
Magical experience.
I didn't know it was gonna be 3 hours, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
still haven't watched it. But when they told me that on the show, I was like, I might watch it another time.
Yeah.
You should see it in theaters, but if you don't want to, it should be on HBO Max by mid-April.
I rewatched before we could take a break and you go to leave. I did rewatch Flea.
Oh yeah, you like
Flea,
it?
I watched it with an English dub. Not that bad.
Okay.
Because how Flea was done was like Flea was, I don't know how much of it was like animated over, but it looks like a lot of it was like documentary and then animated. And so a lot of the conversations, which are in Danish, they're just audio recordings.
Mm-hmm.
The dub makes it sound very natural, as if it was the entire conversation wasn't English.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just have very natural cadences to it because at the end of the day, they're just dubbing over what people say.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Danish
I prefer the Danish version.
translation.
I've not
Yeah.
seen Flea.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's depressing.
It's super sad. I mean, it's not like a tragedy, of course, but just it's a super sad story.
Refugee tale.
Yeah.
I like things that hit you hard.
It makes you, I don't know if it makes you think.
Well, it just makes you realize, like, wow, our
Things happen like that.
Yeah, and our experience relative to what other people are going through, you know, it's just, ugh, it's crazy.
It's almost like, in some ways, it's like, wow, I have lived like no life, but at the same time, I'm like, well, if that's what living a life looks like, I don't want to live that life. It's a very good movie. I don't know. I wouldn't have said. It needs to be an animated, it needs to be the animated winner for the Oscars, which was Encanto, but it was very good. It just wasn't stellar in its animation because that's not what it was meant for.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to ship Pruett off.
I'm going to go. That's
I did not mean it like that.
That's so bad.
As soon as I said that, that's not what I meant.
I'm going to go run to some green hills and
Go collect some rain.
You're gonna go.
collect some
You're gonna
rings.
go work on the unfortunate text message you have to send your mom to tell her that you're not going for the wedding.
we'll be at the wedding. We'll be singing Sonic the Hedgehog
There's
too.
a wedding scene in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie.
Right.
Is there?
Yeah, it was in the
Live-
Is there?
trailers.
Oh, fantastic. Live vicariously.
What is this?
Anyway,
All right.
I'll see you guys
See
on
you, Pruett.
Friday.
And
Bye.
we will be right back. Me and Mary are gonna wrap up the show, so don't leave too far.
These crazy college kids, they don't know what they're talking about.
The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
When one arrives in Boone, you pretty quickly feel embraced by the mountains. The same thing happens here at the university. When you are a student here at the College of Business, you're embraced by the Appalachian community.
The name Appalachian State University, it means something and it connects with people. The experience goes beyond academics. There's a culture here. Everywhere I go, I wear that golden A. I take pride in that. It's not something that you find everywhere.
One of the things that's great about Appalachian is it has the resources of a big school, but the small school community.
Professors here take such an important view of how they can impact the lives of students.
That's the reason why we're here, supporting the students, seeing that they're successful both in their time here and then as they graduate.
We have a remarkable connection between faculty and students.
We have some of the leading voices in the field, so it really creates an intellectually vibrant environment.
We have the smaller class sizes, we have the high faculty engagement, and it really sets us apart.
These students are phenomenal. These students are, in my opinion, going to be the change seekers and change makers in the world, not only through their professional skills, but also because of the passion they have got for making this world a better place.
A lot of people think of school as coming to the classroom and then going home and doing homework. At the Walker College, it's not like that.
We're really trying to rethink how we deliver education, what the purpose of education is. Really trying to break that hierarchy of the professor being out in front with all the great ideas and instead saying, you know what, everybody has great ideas.
They're figuring out those solutions through innovative thinking, through an innovative process.
Innovation is the edge. We are trying very hard to push our students to think in ways that they can not only think outside the box, but what kind of positive impact they will be able to make in the world.
Having these different opportunities really sets our college apart.
We're trying to prepare the leaders of tomorrow by giving them ways of thinking about problems so they come up with solutions that are meaningful.
The students hit the ground running. They are the most technically competent, ready to go day one students. You know, when you get out into the business environment, that's the attitude you have to have.
Hiring an Appalachian graduate, as an employer, I know that I've got someone who can come in and hit the ground running.
One of the phrases you'll hear used often in the College of Business is business for good. We want our students going out in the world and helping to make it better by using business practices that can help.
I'm thankful for the transformational experience that Appalachian has given me. This college has shaped me both as a person and, I think, a servant leader.
Being a Mountaineer and being part of the Walker College of Business has shaped who I am today.
I'm really excited to enter the workforce with the skills that I've gained here.
For me, Appalachian really represents family. You know, I don't know where I would be without my Appalachian experience. I'm proud to be a Mountaineer in so many ways.
Any student that comes out of the Walker College of Business is extraordinarily prepared to be successful and to make a difference in the world.
If you want to be able to work side by side with faculty, students, staff, community, partners, and industry, we want you to be part of our family.
90.5 WASU.
.5 WASU FM. You are listening to the Morning App. Woo. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 to 9 a.m. And usually it's hosted by me. Hi, Peter.
And me. Hi, Mary.
Oi.
We're usually joined by two other people, but
Benesick and Pruett had to take his leave.
Yep.
So it's just the two of us. And while we were talking about break.
Two of us.
Did you just sing just the two? Oh, I was thinking of a different song. I was thinking of the Phineas and Ferb song.
Oh my God.
Our listeners are like, "What are you talking about? what's a Phineas and Ferb?"
Phineas and Ferb.
We were talking about. Oh, that kind of leads into it. TV shows. Which forms of like storytelling do you prefer? Because we were talking about movies. We talk about movies a lot on this show.
Yeah.
And I'm not a movie person.
Which is interesting to me.
I don't hate movies. I don't dislike them, but like my Hulu, the amount of like the percentage of which I like touch movies and finish movies compared to TV series is like that ratio is very off.
Huh.
But you seem a movie person.
I'm very much a movie.
You don't watch any TV like series things? You don't watch Glee?
Really. Not off. I've actually never seen Glee.
I know most people haven't. Most people who have a life and like.
Yep.
Are functional human beings who like offer things to the world don't watch Glee. Sorry, and I'm saying this as a person who watches Glee. I'm not. Yeah.
You know the way.
Oh yeah. True Glee fans agree with me. They'll be like, yeah, this is the worst show ever. But you're a movie person.
Yeah, it's not often that I start shows or like finish them, because I'll start a lot of shows and just never finish them.
And on the same with movies, like I don't finish a lot of movies because one of the shows on Friday we talked about Death on the Nile, and I did finish it because it's a mystery and I love a good mystery, but I knew I guessed the ending like 30 minutes in, and I was correct.
Dang.
I wasn't dissatisfied with it because it was just like I'm really good at solving these sort of mysteries. Once you kind of get the feel for it, it's an Agatha Christie story as well. And
love Agatha Christie.
Yes, her best was Murder on the Orient Express, which I never saw coming, and that was a movie. Not that bad either.
I still haven't finished the book.
I've never read it, so why read it when you know the?
Yeah.
The only mystery movie that I've ever wanted to be like I want to rewatch it is Knives Out. And I have.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
That's like one of the greatest ever. That is a movie I will watch. Because there's something like fulfilling about a mystery movie. but I prefer like TV series.
I heard that movie was really good, but I didn't watch it because my sister told me that there was like a vomiting scene in it, and I have a phobia of vomiting.
There is.
Yeah.
In fact, vomiting. It's not anything you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but vomiting is actually like a key thing in it. But you could watch the second one. That's only going to be in the first. But for TV series like me, I was watching. I've noticed when I do like movies, almost any form of storytelling like on screen, I actually kind of prefer British things. Huh. Which is ironic because when you think like I can't finish something like a movie or something, it's because there's like not enough action.
Yeah.
But in fact, I actually get sometimes it doesn't work. Like there's this movie on Hulu that just came out or maybe just got released or something. It's called like Mark, Mary, and some other people. Like it's called that. And I could not watch it. I tried watching it. I'm like, nothing is happening. British stuff, I love like smaller British things, and then the thing I was watching was this TV series called, and it's concise, like it is one season, and there's not going to be a second. British stuff always, they always make like 6 episodes of one season, and that's it. This one is, I think, 7 episodes, and it's called This Is Gonna Hurt.
Ooh.
It is so
I like that title.
It is so freaking good. It is a TV series, and they from a book, like a real book, a book that was like of real stories about this guy who was a doctor in obstetrics and gynecology, so like OBGYN. He was specifically in that, and takes place in 2006, and it is so good, but it is rare, especially like a series, when something is so good you want to see more. It is like you don't need to watch. Once it's finished, it is a complete story. So, and especially because like, I don't know, it almost feels like a very, very long movie. And it is sad.
I'm that way with books.
You always want, or you really?
I can't reread books. If I like a book a lot, it's really hard to reread it.
Really?
Yeah. Because it just feels complete and like done with it. Like,
I feel like with books, you always get to like notice something when you reread it. Like I always feel like
you
that.
notice something new.
Yeah, or like, I didn't remember that this happened, because I mean, this is like that with a lot of things. Especially like, I feel like Pruett here he'd agree with like movies. Like the first time you watch something, you watch it for the story, and then once you know what happens, you watch it again. Not always, but like. And then you can learn to see other things and pay attention to other things now that you like, I know where this is going. Knives Out is actually a very good example.
I was going to say, my example that I'm going through that with right now is DuckTales.
There's a movie?
No, the show.
Oh, okay.
I literally like binge watched the entire show the past couple weeks, and I just started rewatching it, and now I'm noticing things because now I know.
How many seasons is that? 3?
I have no idea.
I think it's 3.
But I did watch it for 9 hours straight the other day.
Ew.
Yeah.
Not that I can't judge you for it too much, but watching something for that long, I couldn't.
It'll turn your brain to mush.
Especially all that animation.
Yeah.
How much did you get into it? Like how far?
I think like episode 21.
So it's like the first season usually.
Yeah.
It's 21 episodes. They do coming full circle. It's always going to come back to Sonic. One of the ducks voices the Sonic.
Oh wow, really?
John Ralphio from Parks and Rec voices one of the ducks from DuckTales.
Oh my god.
And he voices Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh wait, yeah, no, I knew that. I remember I looked up the cast list the other day. Oh my gosh.
I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. This is the second time I've called him John Ralphio on the show. We're gonna get it right now.
I knew exactly who you were talking about though.
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz.
I'm so sorry to this man, Ben Schwartz. There's one more thing that we want to talk about. Wait, maybe. I don't know. Do you listen to Tyler, the Creator?
I do not.
Never mind. A very long story short, for those of you who do listen to Tyler, the Creator, who have just started listening to and just simultaneously, coincidentally, a relevant news story, not necessarily regarding him.
Wow. Twitter update.
There's like this comedian who was actually doing like in Tyler, the Creator's album Igor, which came out in 2019. It was like critically acclaimed. It has a lot of like vocal interludes, like someone speaks over it, and it's not Tyler. It is a comedian named Jared Carmichael, and in his, I don't know if it's upcoming or if it's just been released, but in his 3rd comedy special, Jared Carmichael comes out as gay, which I found was really interesting because that album is simultaneously, which came out like 2 years ago, is like very interpreted to be some sort of weird love story between two men. So I always thought that was really interesting. I was like, oh, and I just started listening to Tyler, the Creator. Isn't this creepy? Stars align. It made a lot of headlines, but that's not how most people know Jared Carmichael. They know him as a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
I know him as, oh, he's the guy who spoke on Igor. Yeah.
I will be relaying that information to my cousin, who is a big fan of Tyler, the Creator.
He's from Winston-Salem.
Really?
Not Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Jared Carmichael. So
I'm about to say.
I was like, no.
I'm personally not a big fan of Winston-Salem.
Don't. The pitchforks are gonna come.
Yeah?
They're gonna start protesting
To be fair,
station.
I haven't done a whole lot there. My sister went to school there, so whenever we visited, I just kind of be like, eh.
Well, who's gonna? Even the Winston-Salem people are not gonna be like, there's tons to do here. No, you know.
Yeah.
and you know, no one's thinking that. With all due respect to them, the only thing that I know about Winston-Salem is there is a very funny shaped building, and a serial killer is from there.
Oh.
Like a serious serial killer.
Like one who is still alive?
No, I think he's dead.
Okay.
But like a very disturbed one, and I was like, okay.
That's interesting.
And the only thing I know about the things that I love that like what these areas in North Carolina are known for, I find it very amusing. There's a documentary or something on Netflix from like a few years ago. It was like a true crime story, which you know how I feel about those.
Mm-hmm.
And I never watched it, but it was about this like really complicated story about allegedly a husband possibly killing his wife using like one of those electronic stairmasters.
Oh, whoa.
And it's called, I don't know. I think I might be completely wrong. It's something to do with that. And it's called The Staircase, I think. And it takes place in Durham. Like it's a real thing. It's a documentary, I believe. And it's from Durham.
Was it entertaining?
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
True crime is gross, but I heard about it from someone who was from Durham, and he was like, there's like 3 things that like Durham is known for: the mall, the true crime story, and then he was like, and then I think Joe Biden visited our cookout.
Oh my God.
I think that was the one that he visited. So sorry to Durham listeners, if you're from Durham, tell me what's interesting about your area.
Mm-hmm. Boone is known for that one ad.
That one ad on Stephen Colbert.
Yep.
You know, that is probably the most relevant Boone will be in the next like 10 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sorry to y'all. But that was our show. We did it.
We made it. And we only made how many Sonic references?
Yeah, even I was starting to join in on them. And I don't have a particular affinity to Sonic the Hedgehog. I used to.
I was never a big fan.
I was.
But I did enjoy it a lot.
I was on the cusp of getting onto the cringe side of the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom. On the cusp. I was not a part, but I was on the cusp. Anyways, well, we're wrapping up the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say goodbye?
I want to say go watch the Sonic movie.
Not sponsored. I do not endorse this message.
Yep.
WASU does not endorse this message.
It's just a me thing.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.